This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Friday, the 8th day of May in the year 2020. I'm Gordon Mosley. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The third day of recount has wrapped up to the Otachang Convention Center, and the Guyana Elections Commission is likely to meet in the coming days to look at the timeline for the process. GCOM has initially set a timeline of 25 days for the recount and its completion. Some political parties have indicated that it could take longer. The Commission's Public Relations Officer, Yolanda Ward, revealed today that the issue will be examined by the full Commission.
I would safely say sometime very early in the new week. This would give us a gauge as to some of the issues that the Commission would have had to resolve over the course of the past week, to really have a proper analysis as to the series of the flow of things, how we're moving, the rate in terms of the boxes being counted. And of course, I know one of the very critical questions is the ability of the Commission to meet that 25 days deadline as detailed in the order.
And the political parties have been paying attention to the recount, and they have been reporting that the process has been moving along smoothly so far.
I think we're all getting better, everyone, the GCOM staff as well as the observers and the agents. So we started on time every single day. We work out more and more of the kinks in the system. So yesterday was a smoother day for us, I think, for everyone. The process remains slow and tedious and painstaking, which we all know. But I'm pleased to say even everyone is saying that was not really a deliberate act by anyone to slow down the process, just how it is. So everything has started good. All my agents are there.
Internally, what's going on in the convention center right now is that we are very happy with the progress that is being made, though it is not as expeditious as we had anticipated. It is nonetheless progress, and it is very, very measured and very deliberate progress. Everything seems to be happening as it should, but once again, it is just very slow.
And late this afternoon, Commissioner Vincent Alexander said it is important for persons to remember that the recount process has an objective.
What is important for us is that this exercise has an objective. The objective can be found in the order, so you can access that objective. And the objective says that we are in pursuit of a final credible count. A final credible count. There are those who are maintaining that all we have to do is a numerical count. A numerical count in itself will not respond to the objective of credibility.
The recount will continue throughout the weekend. There are no off days for the process. The tabulation process has also started. More news coming up in a moment.
GBTI is your Guyanese bank, a bank that understands every customer's unique needs, opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. At GBTI, we see you for you. Whether you're buying a new home or car, planning your next vacation or retirement, saving for your child's future, or whether you're ready to take that bold step of investing in your dream business idea, we are with you every step of the way. We hear your stories and watch you focus on your dreams as we share your aspirations. We are more than just banking. We are a family. We are part of your community. Our commitment extends way beyond the walls of our branches and is demonstrated every day in the opportunities we provide to our individual and business customers. The support, time, and commitment we give back to communities across Guyana to help improve the lives of our Guyanese families. Because we see Guyana through your eyes.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy's Super 95 gasoline.
We all want to stay in touch, right? Now, even more than ever before. So to keep your connection strong, GTT is going 2 for 2. Combine GTT mobile and home internet services and we'll give you 2 gigs of free mobile data each month. With 2 GTT services, you're fully connected at home and on the go. Visit us online at gtt.co.gy/2for2 to learn more and start doing more with 2 for 2 from GTT. Stay safe, stay strong, Guyana. We're in this together.
The following is an important message from the Ministry of Public Health. Getting your workplace ready for COVID-19. Surfaces such as desks, tables, and telephones with keyboards must be wiped with disinfectant regularly, or at least every few hours. Use containers of hand sanitizers and place them in prominent places around the workplace. Provide access to places where staff can wash their hands with soap and water, and promote regular hand washing at the workplace. The Ministry of Public Health has a hotline to provide information on the coronavirus. Members of the public can call 227-4986 or 624-3067.
Welcome back. With a total of 49 new coronavirus tests completed in the past 24 hours, there is only one new case of the coronavirus in Guyana. It was also revealed today that Guyana has conducted a total of 785 coronavirus tests, with 692 of those tests turning up a negative result. During a daily update, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Shamdeo Prasad also stated that the total number of recoveries has increased to 35. There are now 49 active coronavirus cases in the country in total. While Georgetown remains the epicenter for the pandemic locally, positive cases have also been turning up from villages on the outskirts of the city.
In the report, we have been mentioning that Region 4 has the highest number of confirmed cases. And today, I wish to indicate the areas on the east coast and east bank of Demerara where the cases have been identified. On the East Coast, positive cases were reported in Atlantic Gardens, Friendship, Golden Grove, Good Hope, Luzignan, Plaisance, and Strathspey. On the East Bank, Diamond, Grove, Land of Canaan, Providence, and Timeri.
And with Mother's Day being celebrated this coming Sunday, the Chief Medical Officer made it clear that the public health advisories should still be respected, even as children celebrate the day with their mothers.
On Sunday, Guyanese will be celebrating Mother's Day. I wish to salute all mothers and to wish you all the best as you are honored on this day. A word of caution, however, advisories must still be respected. You are reminded that there may be persons infected with the disease but showing no symptoms. These persons are considered to be asymptomatic carriers and can pose a threat to anyone they may encounter. So celebrate with mom, but with caution. You won't want to put her health in jeopardy. So wear your mask, observe your hand hygiene, and have a happy and safe Mother's Day.
Guyana has recorded a total of 94 cases of the coronavirus. The first case was recorded on the 11th of March. Well, let's tell you now that the Cuban government has advised scholarship students in Cuba that they should not leave the island at this time, as there is no guarantee that they'll be able to return to the island to continue their programs once they leave. Some Guyanese students have been expressing a desire to return home because of coronavirus concerns. The Guyana government started to engage the students directly through the Public Service Department and the Guyana Embassy in Cuba. Many of the students had complained about some of the hardships they were facing in Cuba, with several disruptions to their daily lives because of the coronavirus lockdown. However, the Cuban government has officially informed all foreign and local students at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels that a few hospitals that halted their rotations and classes will resume shortly, and the present school term will continue and conclude as scheduled in July. News source understands that students who leave the island run the risk of losing their full scholarship if they leave and are unable to make it back to continue their classes. Cuban Minister of Superior Education Jose Ramon Loide explained in a television address to students that despite the issues surrounding the coronavirus pandemic, the current school term only had 90 days for completion, and 60 of those days will be crucial for the students, as those days would cater for examinations and medical rotations. The advice from the Cuban authorities reportedly forced many of the students to back down from their evacuation request, and the government of Guyana made a decision to offer them additional support with the provision of hampers and care packages. A shipment with the care packages left Guyana for Cuba this morning on the Caribbean Airlines cargo flight. The Guyana Embassy in Cuba will be responsible for the distribution of the packages to the 75 students across Cuba. The Ministry of Public Service in Guyana, which overlooks the scholarship program, has set up a WhatsApp group to be in regular contact with the students. The Public Service Minister, the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry, and other senior officials are part of the group and have been engaging the students on their concerns. News source understands that the Cuban Embassy in Guyana has had cause to write the Guyana government about some of the statements made by some of the students in media reports. While there may be some students who still want to return home at this time, the majority appear to be continuing with their classes and following the Cuban health guidelines to protect themselves against the coronavirus. And about those care packages, Guyanese medical students studying in Cuba are set to receive those care packages from the Department of Public Service as part of the government's assistance for citizens affected by the coronavirus pandemic. The packages containing food supplies and sanitary items were packed on Thursday afternoon at the Public Service Department and flown out to Cuba this morning on the Caribbean Airlines cargo flight. In an invited comment, Minister of Public Service Tabita Sarabuhali disclosed that the packages totaled approximately $4.4 million.
From Department of Public Service, I think it's around $4.5 million. The packages, the worth of the packages from the Department of Public Service. I won't be able to say Foreign Affairs and from the Director of Sports what the cost of those packages would be.
In addition to the packages from the Public Service Department, hampers were also sent to 4 Guyanese athletes who were stranded in Cuba. Back now to the world of politics. As the recount of votes at the Arthur Chung Convention Center wrapped up for a third day today, AFC leader and prime ministerial candidate for the coalition, Kemraj Ramjatan, said there must be patience for the process. Mr. Ramjatan visited the recount center today as an elections agent, and he said the Elections Commission must be allowed to do its work.
I want everybody, political parties, press people, the ordinary citizens out there, to appreciate the need for patience, because quite frankly this is what is going to bring it, in my opinion, to a finality.
Some political parties have complained about the slowness of the recount process, while others have said that the process is moving smoothly and they now have a better appreciation for the counting of ballots. Mr. Ramjatan said it is clear that the counting has been improving over the past days.
Being unprecedented here, we are going to learn of the times that it takes really to do a box by midway into the first or the second week, midway into the fortnight there, because more and more you're gonna see people getting more efficient, because they start off, you might not have every one of them understanding everything. So the times, if they are regarded slothful now, will be improved upon, and I really can't answer the question as to whether how long it will take.
The APNU AFC coalition has been calling on the PPP to publicly proclaim that it will accept the results of the recount. The Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union is making representation on behalf of the family of its late president Kamal Chand for his body to be returned to Guyana for burial. Mr. Chand passed away in Cuba a month ago while undergoing medical attention. However, because of the coronavirus pandemic and the closure of airports in Guyana and across the region, his body is yet to be returned to the country for burial. His wife is also still in Cuba. In a statement today, GAWU said it has made requests for the body to be flown to Guyana on a special flight, but it has been told that such an initiative cannot take place at this time. The union said it is disheartened regarding the treatment meted out to the late Kamal Chand and his family. GAWU said it has written to President David Granger to appeal to him for some proactive action on the part of the administration to alleviate the pain being suffered by the relatives of the late member of parliament. They said they are hoping that the president could consider their request as the family seeks closure. Across the Region is coming up next.
Wondering how you can access free learning materials for your children? Parents and guardians, please visit the Ministry of Education's website at www.education.gov.gy to access textbooks, past papers, and practice tests to keep your child engaged in continuous learning. When you have accessed the site, go to the Students tab, wait for a second, and choose the appropriate option. You now have access to the resources you need. You are encouraged to take advantage of this opportunity as we strive to provide the best education for the nation's children. A message from the Ministry of Education.
They've made a positive impact on the heavy-duty transportation industry in Guyana since they've arrived. Guyanese are amazed at their power, durability, efficiency, and superior handling capabilities. These are brand new trucks, manufactured in partnership with German, Italian, and French companies. They have a powerful reputation for operating under very adverse Guyanese conditions and come with full after-sales service and spare parts. They're the most sought-after trucks today, with over 500 units in Guyana, and they're available in over 100 countries, including South America and the Caribbean. Be smart. Buy brand new ST Howo trucks today. Call 608-4998 and arrange for an inspection at ST Truck Guyana Incorporated, Block B, Public Road, Covenant, East Bank, Demerara.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right. Walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
Falls, a trademark of China's Zhanghao Incorporated, located at Land of Cane in East Bank, Demerara, was incorporated in April of 2013, with over $10 billion Guyana dollars invested in a state-of-the-art 100,000 barrel fuel storage facility, a modern service station, an office complex, and a modern wharf that can berth international vessels. Having no association with any other fuel company, Falls imports its own fuel, which meets quality specifications, has all the legal permits, and is in compliance with international requirements. Its bulk facility can load 8 trucks simultaneously at a rate of 1,000 liters per minute, while the service station can service 12 cars at a time using computerized fuel pumps, which can facilitate the use of ATM cards. Through its professional team of mostly Guyanese, Falls wholesales and retails fuels to the public, including farmers and miners, and will continue to positively contribute to Guyana by providing quality products, service, and attractive prices. Try Falls today for all your fuel needs.
Hi Guyana, it's your boy Kimo Paul here. Remind you to stay at least 1 meter away from persons, or 3 feet, to avoid contracting the flu or the COVID-19. It is also important that we stay at home and to avoid gatherings of more than 5 persons. We must all play our part, so let's protect ourselves and our families from COVID-19. We must all play our part. The Ministry of Public Health cannot do this alone, so let's all come together and fight this virus.
For further information, check our website www.health.gov.gy or visit the Ministry's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter page.
Across the region right now, Caribbean community leaders have noted recommendations from a regional working group as they continue their efforts to harmonize their responses and policies on the multifaceted impact of the coronavirus, according to a statement issued by the CARICOM Secretariat. The statement, which followed the continuation of the virtual 10th special meeting of the regional leaders on Tuesday, said that the CARICOM leaders welcomed the presentation from the regional working group, which indicated that the pandemic was largely contained in the region due to the decisive action by governments to put restrictions in place. The regional working group included officials from the Trinidad-based Caribbean Public Health Agency, the University of the West Indies, and the Barbados-based Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency. The statement said that the group offered recommendations for a common public health policy, including parameters for easing of restrictions in member states that would allow for a reopening in phases. In the aviation sector, regional carrier Caribbean Airlines says measures are being put in place for the reopening of borders in Trinidad and Tobago, which have been closed since the 22nd of March. The airline based in the Twin Island Republic revealed that it already has social distancing protocols in place for domestic flights that will continue when borders reopen to international flights. In a statement earlier this week, the airline said social distancing on flights will be practiced at check-in, on board, and other areas once international service resumes. The statement said Caribbean Airlines cabins are currently being cleaned with chemicals that meet the requirements of the World Health Organization. And finally tonight, international news. Italy has become the first country in the European Union to register more than 30,000 coronavirus-related deaths. It reported 243 new fatalities today, down from 274 the day before, taking the total to 30,201. The daily number of confirmed new cases fell slightly to 1,327, bringing the total in Italy to 217,185. Italy has the third highest number of officially recorded coronavirus deaths in the world, after the US and the United Kingdom. Britain passed the 30,000 mark on Wednesday. Spain is Europe's third worst affected country with more than 26,000 deaths. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting. Have a safe weekend.